All right, so the other day I come out here looking for some mushrooms. I found 6 the other day, and I didn't harvest them because, well, I dang near stepped on a snake, and I mean, it was pretty close. But so what I want to do is me and the dogs. So the reason I left the spot is because my dogs were out there running around, and I didn't want them to get bit. And I mean, I almost stepped on this thing. I jumped and squealed, and the snake turned and looked back at me. It was a copperhead, and luckily his head was facing the other way. But anyway, later, well, I'll tell you as I'm walking along. Later, I was working on my kayak, and I was trying to just rig it up, and it was getting dark. Well, I thought I had a one of the poles, one of the Railblazer poles for the cameras, the 600. Anyway, I saw my dog Belle, the white one. She was walking back to like she was going underneath the house, like she was scared. She's really skittish of guns. Well, I've called her over, and I could tell that something was wrong with her mouth, and ended up being that she got snake bit, and my son stayed up with her all night. She's fine now. Her face is still swollen, but she's doing a lot better. This is like 48 hours, almost 48 hours later. And I mean, let me show you. Those of you, I hope I don't see a copperhead today, but those of you who know what a copperhead looks like, that is definitely that they're camouflage. I mean, it is, they blend in so well with this cover, this ground cover. But I'm not scared of snakes or anything. I love snakes, but I used to have quite a few of them as pets. All right, I brought my egg basket with me. If I can find some mushrooms, I'm gonna hang it. We're gonna look around. We're gonna see if there's any more mushrooms popping up. It's been 48 hours. I couldn't come out here and look yesterday, but you know, I had a meeting, so let's just kind of look around. I can see these. Let me show you. I found these the other day. Here's another one. I found those the other day, and I let them ride, and they've actually almost quadrupled in size since the time I found them. But I really want to find some more, and I know they're in this spot. This is where I always find them. Looking for, I want to find the honey hole. Where are they at? So let's just kind of make our way. It's a game trail that I'm on, and usually hold the pole. So let's see. I did find another mushroom, and I just looked at the forecast, and we're supposed to get some more rain. We are so low on rainfall. I mean, here it is, the 7th of April. Let me get out from underneath these trees. Let's see if we can find some more mushrooms. We had a little rain shower blow through this morning with the front. It was so cloudy yesterday, it just, you knew it was gonna storm. Nothing. It all blew up way off over to the east and over by the Arkansas line. And I pulled it up and I could see them on radar. All right, I think there's a little game trail here. I'm trying to look around. So 2020, I didn't do hardly, if I recorded a video, it would be bits and pieces. I would record a whole lot off of my phone. And then I wasn't able to get those bits and pieces off the phone to the computer. So that's why, and I actually went back, and I probably could go back further and go into my phone and pull up all this different footage of everything that I had done. Let's walk in here. And I wanted to do like a compilation. I actually was going to do this the other day. And I was going to pull up, this is close, right over here is where I saw that copperhead. So I'm like, my eyes are like, which I'm sure he's gone, but like I said, they blend in. So I was going to do a, this is what 2020. Right there is where I stepped down, and that's where that copperhead was. I am in the mix of all these vines. And I know there's mushrooms out here because I saw some. So I come up here, and that snake just happened to be laying out in the open. Right there. And I stepped down, and I tell you, I jumped up and I squealed. And he turned around, he was looking at me, and I said, I'm gonna get up out your woods. And I thought of Ice-T in that movie, Surviving the Game. I'm gonna get up out your woods. And when he's talking to that wolf. Remember, in 2020, I didn't do a whole lot. There was a lot that I just, and the things that I did. Now, I did go to the coast. Y'all saw the video on that. I did a couple other things. I'm trying to, I don't want to kill y'all with repetition, you know. But kayak fishing is fixing to happen. Ow! For those of y'all who don't know, this is known as the greenbrier. And they are very sharp, very strong, and they, I'm telling you, I just barely got hit. And they're everywhere. Like, can you see all those? And that's nothing. That's, you can see through that. That is all greenbriers. Dead ones, live ones. When they're dead, they're a little bit more brittle, but they're still all there. So the wind is blowing. You see that tree, those trees over there swaying? The wind is blowing pretty good. Now I'm down and I put my foam pieces on here because I didn't want to have a whole bunch of wind noise. I don't know where my mushroom went. I should have marked it. I'm gonna say it was right in here somewhere. There it is. We need more. I'm gonna harvest him. And I've debated about not harvesting this year because I've only found 6. This is number 6. And I really want to eat some mushrooms. My kids want to eat mushrooms. I've had the worst time this year finding them. Found a snake. I mean, normally I don't have that hard of a time, but I don't find that many. I see other people who they find a lot, and I just don't think we've had the rainfall. So my thing is, do I let those continue to grow? This is what I was saying in my video. I posted a video Friday, Thursday or Friday. What was that? Thursday or Friday of last week. And my question was, should I let those few grow to make spores to make more for next year? Next year may be a wetter year. Maybe I have a better harvest. I mean, none around this tree this year. And this is where I normally find them. This is where I first found them. I found my first one out there, second one, and usually on that side, and then they start popping up over here. Phil, get away from those. Just trying to step on my so my can was my marker. Something's actually taking a nibble out of that one. You see that? Well, Belle may have knocked it off just now, because it's right there. I bet that's what she hit it and knocked it off. And then there's that one. So there's 5 growing right here. And that's it. And then the one in the woods. And so I come in here the other day, all up underneath these briars. There used to be some. The biggest one I ever found was right here, and then there's another good one right here. This has been a good spot. This is where I normally come. If they're growing here, I know I can find them other places, but they're not growing very good here. And like I attribute that to rainfall. The nights have been better. Do I want to fry up 6? Of course I want to fry up 6. But I want to fry up 60. I'm going to take this can. I'm going to go back down to where I found that one off in in the woods or on the edge. I'm not used to having an antler on my head. This thing has been catching about every branch. I'm sure the audio is going to be awesome. Let's see. We're walking back down here. I'm going to use my Cayman Jack can and mark this one, just to give me a reminder of where it's at. I sure don't see any more. We're supposed to get some rain this weekend. So, what to do. I think I'll mark that one so I can find it, because I know where the other ones are. We'll let it rain this weekend. Next week, it's supposed to have rain. Fingers crossed. Maybe more will pop up. When I get home, right now I'm on this lake shore, and I'm sitting in the sun. I'm sure it'll hit me when I walk through that door tonight. Sorry, that's my alarm. But I did take off work tomorrow. My kids got to go do a test, and I sure want to go fishing. Bad. Very bad. I've got the fishing fever. So I didn't harvest any, but I continue to look. I've never found any up here, but the chickens come up in here. This is right on the edge of where the chickens scratch, and I think that's why I don't find any up in this area. And last year I was down in this little draw, this little wash area, and I was back there about 50 foot looking for mushrooms. Found another copperhead, and he was all coiled up, just kind of chilling. And I was like, ooh, hunting mushrooms is a serious sport. So, well, maybe we'll get some rain, and maybe we'll harvest some mushrooms next week. I think I'm gonna let those ride, those 6, at least 5 of them, 4 of them. So if I can get some spores off those guys and make some more for next year, I'd rather do that. I'm wondering if that's why I don't have any others. Anyway, we'll see what tomorrow brings.